fan who comments on all my vids. For an opening, my fan plays well, something. I play e5 also, if you're wondering. I don't know why the elos are so high. They are supposed to be much lower. My fan's elo is 100. We trade pawns after he attacks, but that was bad for me, because it butchers my position and made me lose control over the center. I block his pawn in an attempt to grab the center and stop his pawn's advance. He defends his pawn. I remind you, e4 hasn't been played after 7 moves. I advance my pawn, grabbing center. He finally plays e4 move that should have been played in the beginning. I attack his pawn and advance my knight. He does the same on the opposite side of the board, but not attacking anything. I hope to defend my 2 pawns with this bishop move. He attacks my pawn with his bishop, but I think I'm starting to see a pattern with his moves. I played that last pawn move simply just to play it and to see if he would do the same. He in fact does play a similar move, so I think he is copying, but that's okay because I'm Grandmaster. I offer to trade and he takes it, but I knew he wouldn't take a count from my rook, that he's soon going to dominate the board and take a couple good pieces. We'll just say that his sacrifice of the rook and the queen were both brilliant moves, and I unknowingly escaped the ruthless, calculated checkmate that would permanently destroy my career as a chess grandmaster. He takes the rook, which has now taken 13 points worth of value in pieces. I go for a trade, which is actually a blunder because my pawn had no support and trading in the center would only mess up my position. I pin the knight to the king, a decent move according to me. He does something similar, but without a knight, so it's just check. I move as I must, maybe not to the best square, but it's okay. He adds support to his pawn and opens up his king, decent move according to me. I take the pinned, undefended knight, creating a check. He moves as it is his only move. I target his knight and bishop, let's see if he notices. He in fact did not notice, so I take the bishop, still targeting the vulnerable knight. He blocks my attack with an undefended pawn. Just move pieces for me, I guess. The knight is still under attack. He moves the knight. Does he move it to the best square? Yes, I think. I pull out the knight just to use it literally, no reason. He attacks my knight, leaving it only one safe square. I approve of this move. I move my vulnerable knight. He moves his knight back too, for some reason. I respond by taking the hanging knight with my bishop that is still perfectly safe. He advances a pawn, giving me the opportunity to fork the bishop and rook. I missed the forking move and sack a pawn instead. Was it a pity move? Maybe. He takes my pawn, and I miss the forking move again. I wonder how long the fork lasts. He moves the bishop, saving himself from the forking move. Not bad. I take an undefended pawn, regaining what I lost from my previous blunder. I guess he wants to even out the blunders because he sacrifices this pawn for no reason, but we will call it a brilliant move anyway. The bishop was moved to a safe square, but he misses the chance to put protection on a pawn that I end up taking the very next move. He takes my undefended pawn. Kudos to him. I didn't see that. I check him with no plan, as always. He defends the check with a bishop, but I formulate a plan that will give me a free rook with no drawbacks at all. I complete my plan. You see, guys, I literally wasn't lying. There are no drawbacks to this move. GG, I guess.